Hi there YouTube, and welcome to our Carboot and Toy Fair haul video. Sorry it's been a little while. I had to go in for a little operation recently and it stopped me from being as out and about as I'd like to be. But we're hobbling along now, and my good friend from Carboot Collectors, James, was kind enough to pick me up and take me to a car boot sale and to a toy fair. So big up James from Carboot Collectors for getting me out of the house. Feels like I'm under house arrest some days. So thank you, my boy. We much appreciate it. So we went to the local car boot sale, which I always tell everyone is just rubbish and not worth bothering with. And we actually found some half decent stuff at the car boot, which is crazy. So we'll start with this little pile here. These books were 10p each. Some of the condition is questionable, to say the least, like this Buddha at bedtime. I've never seen a Buddha in bedtime story, but I thought that sounded pretty cool. All of the rest are Star Wars books of some description, an incredible cross-section book, a visual dictionary book, Last Jedi visual dictionary books, that's quite a new one. Episode 1, that's an older one. Complete vehicles, this one's in the best condition, this book, and this one's 30 quid retail. Revenge of the Sith, I don't know if you can see there's like a big pen mark, not in like the actual pen itself, the ink, but very much indented. And this Complete Locations, I think this is a new one. It's got a fair few marks on the front as well. What I'm thinking is putting that one, this one, basically all of the Star Wars ones except for that one up as one job lot as damaged Star Wars books, and putting that one up separate. Because we've been doing an awful lot of eBay. We are killing it on eBay at the minute. Unreal how much money has been gathering in the toy room. But hey ho, that's a story for another day. Bought these 3 items for 2 quid. Some Harry Potter top trumps. Some top trumps are worth some money. Don't know if those ones will be. This is a Corgi cargo milk churn. This tends to sell somewhere between sort of like £8 to £15. And an old Stanley knife box, which I'll take to work. So we have like a little bit that's almost like a museum of old stuff. So take that to the museum at work. These 2 for eBay. Bought this little bag of Pogs in this really nice red leather little thing. This would be nice for my my dice at Dungeons and Dragons if I didn't already have a nice Dungeons and Dragons bag. So I'm going to probably use that for the bag of tricks that one of our characters has. And it just had an assortment of poison Pogs. Poison Pogs don't have a whole lot of value, but we are doing quite well with Pogs on eBay, like genuine ones. But even so, they'll sell for way more than 2 quid. Not sure quite how much, but for something. Then someone had these figures. This is a Spawn one, not incredibly expensive, maybe sort of 15 quid at most. This, which I've never seen before, Shadowrun Hero Clicks game. I can't find a carded example anywhere online, but I think that might go for some half decent money. And this Harem Xena, I mean, Xena Warrior Princess was always one of those shows that I never really watched, but you couldn't ever take your eyes off Xena when she was on the screen. It says it was a tenner. He actually wanted a fiver for each of them, so it was 5 for that one, 5 for that one, 5 for that one, so it was 15. And then the last bit from the car boot sale, there's a fella who's been there as long as I've been going, which is coming up 30 plus years now, who's just always got random tat. I found this badge, which needs a good clean. Go for it, dude. And it's like an evil Bart Simpson from like 1990. He had this gum watch. I don't know when this is from, but that's got some age to it as well. He had that, which I don't want to touch again because it's all oily, Imperial typewriter oil. And then he had this big pile of paperwork. I forget what they call this, emphysema, imperia. I don't know. It's just a word for paper. And it had some old like World War II stuff in here. National savings, some premium bonds, which would be nice if I could cash in, but I doubt I can. Motor car ration oil book, Swan Hotel in Gloucester. Here's a Man's Life, and it's sort of like a promo for World War II. Something to do with passing tests with the Scouts. The Big Show of 1961. New England Guide. Photo portfolio of London's suburbs. This is quite nice. You know what I'm like with cards, so I'll probably keep this. Greetings from Across the Sea. I think that was quite a nice card. first City of London chapter of the Knights of the Primrose League. I don't actually know what this is about. I don't know what the Knights Imperial are. It's not Masons, I don't think, but who knows. This, which is just like a loose page, but it has some adverts on. Maybe we can sell the adverts. Clearwell Caves, don't know so well. And the Song of Soldiers Sang, Song Our Soldiers Sang, I don't know. All of this is just destined for eBay. I'll try and list these individual things at least a £5 each, I would think. I don't know about the badge and the typewriter all on the gun watch, but I think we can make some nice money back from that. So that was everything we found at the Carboot, and I was quite impressed that I even found that much at the Carboot. And I'm very grateful for James's friend for carrying my Star Wars books, because I wasn't able to. But for £1, could not turn them down. Then we get on to the Toy Fair haul video. Now, I didn't spend an absolute fortune, but I did like what I picked up. Monkey was there from Monkey's Emporium. If you don't know Monkey from Monkey's Emporium, which I didn't until late last year, but what a great guy he is. He had this booger blaster. I have never seen a booger blaster in my life. It looks like some sort of 90s Madball rip-off type thing, but I absolutely love it. That was 30 quid. I misread it. I thought it was 25 quid, but hey-ho. And he was the guy who, I don't know if any regular viewers are still on the channel, but if you may have seen me buying a load of Ghostbuster, Transformer comics just before Christmas for 50p a piece, that was Monkey. He didn't have any of those. He had carded comics this time. He had a couple of Ren and Stimpies. I never even knew Ren and Stimpy did comics, but grateful for that. And some Beavis and Buttheads. I do have a bit of a soft spot for Beavis and Butthead. I have no idea why. But yeah, we do love Beavis and Butthead. I think that one actually has 2 comics in it, maybe. I'll have to have a little check later on. But there was at least 5 Beavis and Buttheads, maybe 6, and 2 Ren and Stimpies. He wanted £2 each, so if there is 7 there, which by the cases there are, maybe there's 8. That would be 14. This would be 30. So together for the lot, it should be what, 44 quid, something like that. 30, yeah, 44. Asked him what he wanted. He said 30 quid. What a gent! What a gent! So I was really chuffed with that. This I didn't actually buy. Now you know I love my bootlegs, and X Team. Just what a beautiful example of knockoffs. So this was given to James from Carboot Collectors by another YouTuber who I don't know, which I'm going to have to look up, called Toy Polo, I believe. And James said to him, look, don't give it to me. I'm not interested in that. And he said, no, I want to. You have it. And James gave it to me. And because as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh man, if I'd found that at the Toy Fair, I'd be asking how much they want for that. I wouldn't have spent an awful lot of money on it, maybe £5, maybe a £10 because it's carded. But yeah, that was really nice. Really chuffed to have that. Picked this up. This is some sort of Britain's Zulu guy. I was showing it to James, like hinting at him that he might want it for his eBay page. They wanted £2 for it. He did a quick little Google search thing, and one was listed at 30. And he put it back down, and I went, oh, well, I'll have it for 2 if it goes for 30. He said it actually goes more like sort of 10 to 12, and this one might be repainted. So it might be a bit of a dud, but we could at least make our money back, or at least double up on it. Then I got these. This fella I've never seen there before. He was talking like he's there all the time, but I've never seen him before. I looked at these. There's a nice big stack of Batman ones, and you can see they're backwards on the writing. Joker, you can call me, or you can call me Joker, it probably says. I don't know what that says. I am Joker. That's Joker's old glove. I don't know what that says. I'm not going to bother. Batman. So yeah, I saw all these and I said, how much are your stickers or transfers or tattoos or something? And he was like, oh, I don't know, the £5 of the lot. And I started walking away going, oh, they're nice, but not for a bloody £5, mate. And he said, oh, all right, £3 the lot. So I said, yeah, all right, £3 we'll have them. I especially like this Joker symbol. But they're not actually temporary tattoos. They're iron-on transfers. So you could actually iron these onto a shirt or a jacket or a bag or something. So yeah, it was quite chuffed with those because I'm going to use them for decorating purposes. Next, we found that I have one of these in the toy room. Now, I remember years ago back at the Carboot, I don't know if that's on a video, but it might be, someone was selling these at £1 a box, and I quite liked them. This was like back in the designer art toy days. I mean, not that that's over, but it's not as big as it used to be. So I bought a load of these, and I gave them to everyone for Christmas. I probably bought about 15 of them. Everything he had, I just gave them out. And I've got like 2 of these figures on the right, but not the black ones, and one of the bus stops unboxed. And I gave it to my friend to stick on eBay. But they go for a lot more money when they're sealed. So these seem to be selling somewhere between 20 to 60 quid. And there was a bloke at the Carboot at the toy fair who wanted a tenner for it. So I thought, for a tenner, we'll have a gamble. We saw Jurassic Coast Collectables, who had this. This is an action ball from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It has some balloons. He says they're the original balloons, but I mean, you're never going to know, but supposedly. And it has the instructions. Now, I have one of these. It came in that big job lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff that I found last year on eBay, with all the yogurt pots and kids' pants and other random stuff. And when I looked it up at the time, I thought I found a website saying this was like a grail item, and it was like really rare and really valuable. So I said to him when I saw it, like, oh, that's got to be worth some money. It's the only other one I've ever seen, apart from the one I have, is this. And he was like, it's 25 quid, so yeah, it's got some value. For some reason, I thought this was worth like £1,000 or something in my head. So I was like, I'll get it for 25. I've got one, but not with the instructions or the balloons. Anyway, I looked it up afterwards. Like, a sealed one's on eBay for like 200 quid. So anyway, I'll probably take this one out and try and flog it on eBay for more than what I paid for it. But it's not going to be the mega money I thought. There was a fella at the toy fair just before Christmas last year. He had a set of doll's house furniture like this that I bought for my mum for like £5 and gave it to her for Christmas. And I looked at some of these other things, but I wasn't sure the scale of them was right, or which ones my mum would want. Would she want a piano? Who knows? There's something underneath that piano. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, look at that. Didn't know that. God, it's like a little china doll. Plate and a flask. And, that's the stool. Yeah, that must be the stool that goes with the piano. So yeah, last time I paid £5 for a box that sort of size. And I went back and I had a little look and I said, oh, hi, do you remember me? I bought some of your doll's house stuff last year. Do you mind if I take a photo of it, show it to my mum? This is like some like screen door thing. I forget what they call them, but yeah. And then old-fashioned sewing machine. I forget what they're called, but some curtainy things. And a bathroom. Cool, that's quite heavy. That's all ceramic. So as you can see, they weren't the most expensive items new. I don't know how old they were. Anyway, I said, do you mind if I take a photo? Show it to my mum, see if she's interested in any of them. He said, no, crack on. He said, ignore the prices. That's not the actual price of the things. That's what they were new. And I said, yeah, that's fair enough. He said, you can have them for £1 each. So I was like, oh, wow, all right. Well, I'll see which ones my mum want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I was like, it's about £7. And he was like, you know what, just take the whole lot for £5. And I thought, oh, sod it. Even if my mum don't want some of it for £5, I'm sure she's got friends who have dolls' houses and just give it away to them. So I bought that job lot for £5. And then lastly, and this is the most random lot, we've been playing a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, me and the D&D crew. And my friend, who's the dungeon master, builds the most insane dioramas for us with like bars and mountains and all sorts of incredible stuff. And I saw these trees. So you got this bag of wire foliage here that was originally $4.70. Load of trees here. 2 bags of trees there. Load more trees there as well. And he wanted a tenner for the whole box. And I thought, I don't know, because we've just left a forest in D&D. I don't know if we're going back. Had part of this little house here, which might be useful for something in the campaign. And there's some more trees in there. They're like little bushes there too. So I wasn't sure. Tenner, is it worth it for the trees, for the diorama? I don't know. So I took some photos and I texted my friend, but he didn't get the message. So I was hanging around and I was really hoping they'd go, oh, you know what, mate, just have it for £5. But they didn't. They kept throwing bits in to try and make up to it. So I guess this is like where the trains park, but maybe we can use it for something in the game. And then that's obviously like part of a tunnel, but again, maybe we can use it as something in the game. It does have some other like oddity things in there, like this light sensor for security and convenience. I don't know if that would have any value. It also has this tin of USA foil shim stock brass. I'm trying to open it with one hand. Yeah, there we go. And as you see, there's actually quite a lot of brass in there. I don't know if that's got any value as like scrap or as an old tin. But yeah, so there's a tin of brass there. There was also this, which is like, I guess, a switch thing for where your trains go. I don't know if it works. I don't know if it's got any value. Probably not. That might just get chucked in the bin. And then I didn't see these. These were at the bottom of the box. These are all like little farmyard animals and farmers. And then this is a whole bag here of like little people and trunks and things. So stuff like the barrels and the trunks and stuff like that, that could still be handy for our D&D. So I might keep some of those. But I think if I list all those little people as a job lot, as like, oh yeah, you know, scenic gauge 10 model train toy things, I can probably get my tenner back just on that. And then maybe a bit bonus on the brass. I don't think I'm going to make major money on it, but I think I'll get all my diorama bits essentially for free. So yeah, I don't think that's a bad find at all. So considering my current... Oh, forgot about this too. Again, bought these for my mother. These were old Victorian scraps. They wanted £3 each. I ended up with a set of 9. So we did 9 for 25 quid. So yeah, Mum loves these. I always buy her like a scrapbook for Christmas, like an old Victorian one. They're getting harder and harder to find, and they're not exactly cheap things either. There was one set of scraps, this one, I might keep myself because they're pretty little fairies. So I like those, might keep those Victorian ones for me. Who knows? We'll let Mother decide, I think. So yeah, all in all, I think we spent almost exactly 100 quid overall. But I think we'll at least double up our money, at least, and keep a load of cool stuff. Really depends on how much I can get for that action ball. I'm going to try and flog the action ball for 100 quid. That's going to be my starting price thing. And I think that might have some value too. And maybe we'll do all right with the Star Wars books as well. Who knows? But overall, definitely some stuff for me. A good little bit for eBay. And I think Mum did best all out of everyone today. Anyway, hopefully I'll be driving next week, because the big Carboot reopens next week. So hopefully I'll be back down there, and I'll keep the videos coming. Once again, big shout out to James from Carboot for Collectors for driving me around. I literally couldn't have done any of this without him. So he is the man of the boot sale. And also thanks to Toy Polo for the freebie. Thanks to the cool stuff from our man Monkey from Monkey's Emporium. And yeah, thanks to just everyone. Oh, Jurassic Coast Collectables and all the other random people I bought from. Anyway, thanks guys. Catch you next time. Bye.